All right, guys. Actors who went broke in the stupidest ways. Yo, before we start this video, I want to let you guys know what we finished tonight on my channel at twitch.tv/SunnyV2. This is the artwork right here. If you guys want to see more of this, check it out. My streams. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the weekend. And yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the video.
Spending 360 grand a year on wine bottles, while Nicolas
More than a quarter mil on alcohol alone.
Cage's bankruptcy included 9 Rolls Royces and his own private island. However, there are a few active bankruptcies stranger than Kim Bassinger's, who thought it was smart to pay $20 million for an entire country town. Braselton, Georgia had only 2 shops and 500 local residents, one of which describing the town by stating, "Breading chicken is about the most exciting thing we do around here," which made the reason for Kim's purchase even more stupid. She planned on turning the town into a Hollywood tourist attraction by building a major film and recording studio with the added bonus of a theme park, homes and shopping centers at a time when Braselton's economic conditions were so atrocious. Another local resident stated, "If we talk about the economy, everybody gets depressed." Given the real Hollywood was on the other side of the country, it's no surprise that the project failed, forcing Kim to resell the town for $4.3 million.
She bought a town for $20 million and resold for 4.3. I guess you want to make Braselton the new Hollywood? That's like, oh my god.
Locking in a $15.7 million loss and the alienation of her entire family who'd also bought into the project. The stress from the town's failure then caused Kim to pull out of a movie she was starring in, prompting the producers to successfully sue her for $8.9 million, which Kim couldn't pay.
You had to declare bankruptcy. You made everything and then lost everything.
Lost everything. Every single thing.
But at least Kim Basinger still had her freedom, as Wesley Snipes' bankruptcy was so brutal, it also put him in prison. He earned over $50 million from a range of different roles, although despite purchasing an Aston Martin Vanquish, as well as mansions in both Florida and New Jersey, Wesley refused to lodge a
mansion's the biggest scam in the United States.
Single tax return over a 7-year period, and was therefore ordered to pay the IRS $20,000.
Man, pay your taxes! I still don't understand how people just forget about paying their taxes, dude. Like, I don't make as crazy amount of money, but I still pay my taxes. Because I'm not stupid. Most likely they would never come for me, but still, like, I ain't stupid. Or maybe I am stupid for paying my taxes, let's be honest.
$3.5 million. Wesley tried to wiggle his way out of paying by making the strange claim that he was a non-resident alien of the United States despite being born there.
He knew he had to pay the taxes. He was just trying to find ways to avoid them.
Although things got a whole lot weirder when Snipes declared he had no taxable US income, making the IRS Form 1040 absolutely the wrong form for me to file. He also claimed taxes withheld were stolen funds, whilst adding the IRS deceives people to terrorize, enslave, rape, or pillage taxpayers. Although confronting the IRS was a very stupid strategy, as Wesley was immediately charged with 6 counts of willfully failing to file federal income tax returns, for which he was given a federal prison sentence.
Wesley Snipes gets 3 years behind bars.
In 2018, 5 years after being released from prison, Wesley Snipes still hadn't paid $1 toward his tax bill, and would try to settle the $23.5 million debt by instead offering the IRS $842,000, which they understandably rejected. Wesley then tried arguing economic hardship, but the court said no to that too, instead dropping his tax bill to $9.5 million, which it seems he hasn't paid either.
I mean, 23 million to 9.5 million? That is so much better. Alright, I'll be grateful for that, dude. I'll be grateful for that. That is a big chunk of money gone.
Avoiding a tax bill for 15 years might almost make him a genius. However, when Heidi Montag blew through $10 million, there was zero intelligence anywhere. Reality television was the source of her wealth, appearing in The Hills, Big Brother, and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Outta Here. Although when these types of shows completely disappeared, Heidi instead began recording music, spending $2 million on her very first album. She'd stayed
Bro, that's when you know a person does not have no talent for music when they spend $2 million on an album. For example, here are some of the bands, like Nirvana is one of them. These are the 7 albums, cost less than $1,000 to record. Nirvana, Bleach. It's uncommon to cross a record that costs millions and millions of dollars to create it. And again, these days, band that can make an album for nothing. I believe this one costs like less, like $10 or $100. What was the money? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? What's the money, man? Just give me the money. Oh. Here we go. Nirvana recorded their debut album for $606. Boom. Oh, I guess they took out the original image. Sublime, 40 ounce. It caused were selling homemade demo tapes out of the back of their van when they recorded on 40 ounce to Freedom, their self-financed debut album, and the first release mastered in more than 2 million copies. $17.36. The Brian Jonestown Massacre, the Thank God for Mental Illness. Beast of Order, Jazz, The Dead Milkman, Big Lizard. It was nearly 3 decades later, still going strong. On their backyard. In the backyard. Wow, they recorded that in their backyard. Wow, Cowboy Junkies, $900. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you had to spend $2 million on an album, you're not talented. You're a waste of space. You're just a person that has a lot of money who doesn't know what to do with it. Unless you go with DJ Khaled, he's talented. Like, not talented, but he knows how to make more money. I'll give him that, at least, I guess. I don't know.
I put every dollar I have into this. I've spent over 1 million, almost 2 million on this album. It's cost as much or more than a Britney Spears album because I wanted it to be that quality. The songs will make an impact in pop history. It sold only 1,000 copies. In case losing $2 million on a worthless album wasn't bad enough, she'd talk about her daily life by stating, every time we'd go out to eat, we'd order $4,000 bottles of wine. Heidi was going to the mall and dropping $20,000 to $30,000 a day. We thought we were Jay-Z and Beyonce. Heidi's outrageous spending was justified because we heard that the planet was going to end in 2012. We thought we have to spend this money before the asteroid hits, although the peak of her stupidity was still yet to come.
I have no words. I guess she was one of those people that believed in the Aztec calendar was gonna kill her and everybody else in the world. But that's when the Aztec calendar just ended in general. There's always an end in calendars, like, or Aztec. Sorry, it's Mayans. My bad. I thought it was Aztecs. My bad. I was thinking of Aztec. Now I'm stupid too. It's all Mayans' fault. Isn't it? I thought it was the Aztec calendar. It was Mayan? Shit, I'm stupid as fuck then.
With the money running low, Heidi faked a divorce with her husband, who explained the split was designed to create fresh interest in his wife for a potential British TV project. Divorcing was the only way to keep Heidi's career going, although this failed to do anything. Heidi Montag had to lose every penny before finally learning her lesson.
We live too in the moment. People say live in the moment. Well, we did. You know, we didn't really think about our futures.
All of which could have easily been learned by researching Nicolas Cage. National Treasure had brought his net worth to $150 million, prompting him to spend $25 million on a waterfront primary residence, although Nick also felt the need to buy a holiday home. He'd therefore spend a further $15 million on a Rhode Island countryside mansion, also picking up an $8.5 million apartment for his weekends away in Las Vegas. But what about his weekends in the Bahamas? Well, for that he dropped $3 million on his own private island, but this didn't do anything for his trips to Europe, for which he'd spent a further $12.3 $33 million on 2 medieval castles, where he'd spend huge sums on enormous Gatsby-style parties. By 2007,
Why,
Nicolas
dude?
Cage had bought 15 different houses, where he'd keep his 26 different vehicles, including 4 yachts, 9 Rolls Royces, and a nearly $3 million
Why,
vintage
dude?
Bugatti. Although this wasn't as old as his $276,000 dinosaur skull, kept next to a bookshelf holding a
Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, him actually having a bone of the dinosaurs, that's kind of cool. Look, if I ever find a skeleton of a dinosaur in the ground some way somehow, I'm keeping that shit. All right, no museum's gonna come be like, yo, we want to get this, we want to buy it from you. Nope, that's mine. Wait, yes, comic book. Oh yeah, it does have a comic book.
$150,000 Superman comic. Throughout
Yeah,
the houses lived a $150,000 pet octopus, an $80,000 two-headed
I believe that comic is worth more now. Hold up, Action Comics #1. Let's see. One. Let's see. If it's not graded, then it's not as much, but it's still a lot. Let's see. In 2022, company sold a comic for $3.4 million, but was that a copy? Like a graded copy? That's the one thing I want to know. Because if he has a raw copy, how much is worth if it's just not graded? So the recent one sold 3.18 million. The Rocket copy sold for a public auction. Cliffsville sales. Let's see. Worth non graded. The value to comments and #1 mint condition does not exist if you know a state. Obviously, yeah. But how much does it cost not graded at all? Like not graded at all. So yeah, he's about right. If it's like a
Yeah, I love the name.
if it's a low copy, yeah, it's around 100,000 plus. You know what I mean? If it's like 573, so about half a mil. So if he has like a decent 6.0, that's 3 mil. I don't know if he has like a decent one though, but yeah.
snake, and a pair of albino king cobras that set him back 150 grand. To add a cherry on top of the cake, Nick purchased his own extravagant gravesite for a price of $40,000, finally concluding his crazy spending spree just months before the global financial crisis.
The real estate market crashed and I couldn't get out in time.
At around the same time, he began receiving fewer high-paying roles, and with 6 different loans on his Bel Air mansion, plus mortgages on every other property, Nicolas Cage was headed toward bankruptcy. By 2009, he owed a further $6.2 million in unpaid taxes, forcing him to sell almost everything, most of which at a loss. His $15 million Rhode Island mansion resold for $9.5 million, while his $276,000 dinosaur skull was taken by the government after they discovered it was originally stolen.
When the Mongolian government...
Oh no! There's a skull I bought at an auction. I bought it legally. But the government was like, no, actually, you bought it legally, but it was actually stolen. No, that sucks.
Said that they needed it back. I gave it to them, but I never got my money back.
Nick launched a $20 million lawsuit against his former manager, stating, Cage discovered that he is now forced to sell major assets and investments at a significant loss and is faced with huge tax liabilities, although his manager clapped back by claiming he advised Cage against buying a Gulfstream jet, against buying and owning a flotilla of yachts, against buying and owning a squadron of Rolls Royces, and against buying millions of dollars in jewelry and art. The lawsuit was eventually dismissed as ridiculous, forcing Nick to take on low-quality acting roles purely to avoid bankruptcy.
It may not have...
You know what? That revived his career. He took low paid acting gigs, and that kind of revived his career. Surprisingly, too. He got so many roles, it was insane.
Been blue chip, but it was still work.
When asked how much has money driven your work choices, Nick stated there are times when it's more of a factor than not, before adding, I had this pride thing where I wanted to work my way through anything, which Nicolas Cage has since done quite successfully, unlike Randy Quaid, who gave up Hollywood to chase conspiracy, bankruptcy, and all-round insanity. I'm back! By appearing in Independence Day, Brokeback Mountain, and every National Lampoon movie, Randy Quaid became a multi-millionaire.
I still haven't watched Brokeback Mountain. I'll watch it one day, guys.
I've earned approximately $40 million throughout my career.
However, despite winning a Golden Globe and being nominated for an Oscar, Randy's career came to a screeching halt halfway through 2009. Why? Well, it began after he and his wife were arrested for trying to use a fake card to pay a $10,000 hotel bill, after which both refused to appear in court. After the case eventually settled, Randy and his wife were once again arrested, this time for squatting inside a vacant house they'd previously owned. However, things only got weirder from here. Randy and his wife began to claim they were being chased by a group called Star Whackers who were trying to kill Hollywood celebrities.
How many people do you know personally who have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years?
While also claiming the group was somehow controlling their finances.
If things keep going the way they are, and we don't do something about it to expose these people, my wife and I will be out on the street. And we'll have nothing to eat. Okay, that's how bad it is.
As a solution, Randy fled to Canada, where he'd begin to upload his conspiracies to YouTube.
A day of reckoning is nigh. Wake up!
After which he was arrested for a third time whilst trying to sneak back into America.
The Oscar-nominated actor and his wife in jail this morning after being arrested at the Canadian border in Vermont.
Exactly where Randy's $40 million went isn't entirely clear. However, Kelly Rutherford has been extremely open about how she spent her fortune on lawyers.
I remember her from what's that one show called? It was a long time ago show, Gossip Girl. Yeah, I remember her from Gossip Girl. There you go. I think that's what it's called.
After gaining international stardom for appearing in Gossip Girl, Kelly had 2 kids with a German man who wasn't a US citizen. The couple divorced in 2009 and began to argue about custody, with a judge ruling the kid should live with their father in Europe, as he wasn't permitted to return to America.
Because he can't come into the US, the children have to be in now France.
Yes.
The situation was so strange and unique, Kelly spent every penny she had trying to regain custody.
It's cost you, what, about $2.5 million already?
It's cost me everything I've ever made, everything.
And as a result, she filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy midway through the court case, having assets worth only $24,000.
Okay, so I guess in her case, it's not stupid spending, because she was fighting for her kids to stay the kids with her. But I think what she should have done, I guess, was to move to France. That was the best option, because at least she'll have her money. It sucks that she'll have to move, right? And hopefully, eventually, later on, they could work out a deal to bring them to United States, you know, like a business kind of thing. Like 50% partnership kind of stuff, like custody. And yeah, I mean, so her kids, I won't say it was stupid, but yeah, she should have like tried to find, like, it would suck to like leave everything behind kind of and try to find work overseas, but she probably could have found work overseas as an actor. But yeah, I mean that was like yeah, so the actress first filed for Chapter exit claim to be $24,000, but liabilities came over to $2 million. So yeah, I understand why she was fighting that court cases, but she should have just like moved. That would have been better in the longer run, because she still would have her money, and she probably could have found jobs overseas, and eventually maybe bring the kids back to the United States eventually, right? Because you never know.
$4,000 compared to liabilities totaling $2 million. On top of this, Kelly owed more than $350,000 in back taxes, $25,000 in Amex charges, and had a monthly income of just under $1,300. Although despite spending everything she'd ever earned, her efforts failed to impact the court's final choice.
Gossip Girl star Kelly Rutherford stunned and fighting back tears after losing a bitter custody battle today in New York Supreme Court.
Kelly's spending was out of complete necessity, whereas Johnny Depp spending $650 million was nothing but complete stupidity. In 2012, he was listed as the world's highest paid actor by the Guinness Book of Records, although despite earning $900 million over a 13-year period, he spent the money so poorly Conan O'Brien joked that he must have gotten financial advice from Nicolas Cage. Similar to Cage, Depp purchased 14 different properties, including his own Bahamian private island, multiple countryside mansions, and a $60 million village in France, although it was Johnny Depp's day-to-day expenses that might have been even crazier. A 2017 lawsuit revealed he was burning $2 million a month on $200,000 for a private jet, $150,000 on security for himself and his family, $300,000 on staff including 40 full-time employees, and $30,000 on wine, which was confirmed during
oh yeah, bro. You know how much I wish I actually reacted to that, but at the time I wasn't doing reaction videos or anything like that. I wish I reacted to the case of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Damn it! Sorry.
his trial with Amber Heard. However, Johnny Depp's craziest purchase was when he spent $3 million on his friend Hunter S. Thompson's funeral by firing his ashes out of a rocket-like cannon. Just like Nicolas Cage, Johnny Depp tried to sue his management company TMG, although they'd respond with their own lawsuit stating, Depp chose time and again to ignore TMG and all of his other advisors. Depp truly has no one but himself to blame for his current financial and personal circumstances.
Well, obviously, he got some money back from Amber Heard, right? Oh, wait, no, he said she forgives that. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
If you're worried that you're...
It's just crazy how, like, a lot of these people, like, make a lot of money, spend it on some of the stupidest shit ever.